So if you live in Boston right now, you didn't choose to live in Boston. Your parents chose to live in Boston. You were born in Boston, and here you are now. You're in Boston. All right, is that your fault? No, but is it your responsibility? Yes. So if you don't like Boston and you want to live in Los Angeles, well, you got to do something about the fact that you're in Boston, even though it's not your fault. It's your responsibility. How do I get from Boston to LA? All right, how do I do that? How do I change that situation? As soon as you take ownership over a situation, ladies and gentlemen, now you have power to do something about it. Anything you refuse to take ownership of and responsibility for, you have no power to alter. Let me take a sip of water because I want that point to sink in, and I'm going to say it again. Anything that you do not assume full ownership over and full responsibility for, you have no power to alter. Now, here's the thing about this topic, and I understand this before I even get into it, is that, see, if I get on here and I talk about here's why you should pick Kamala, or here's why you should pick Trump, or here's why Kamala's terrible, or here's why Trump's terrible, a lot more people will be a lot more engaged and interested and entertained in hearing me talk about that. And as opposed to what I'm talking about right now, is I just gave you the thesis of what I'm going to talk about here today of you taking full ownership. Why? Because it'd be 10 times more people listening to me right now if I was to say that. And let me tell you why that is. Most people do not want to take full ownership and full responsibility over their situation. This is the reason why many people get so excited and engaged when it comes to talking about politics. Because you know what talking about politics does? It gives all of us an excuse to take all the blame and all the responsibility for our circumstance or what we think our future circumstance will be, and we can put it on him or her instead of putting it on a person in the mirror. So this is what I mean when I say we start in the mirror. We start in the mirror by looking at ourselves and asking ourselves, how did this situation occur? And again, and you need to basically come up with a list. What are all the things that I did or did not do that led to this circumstance being the circumstance? What does that do? First of all, it gives you full accountability. It gives you full responsibility. It gives you full ownership. And all of those things combined equal power. So you know how they have the chemical formula for water is hydrogen and oxygen, H2O, 2 units of hydrogen, 1 unit of oxygen, you get water. All right, so the chemical formula for power is accountability, responsibility, ownership equals power.